I'm telling you, you don't know how bad I am.
Well, I don't, so that's fine.
Sometimes I try to do good bubbles. You know, like my brain tries.
Yeah, that's okay though. I mean, I still struggle with bubbles. I think it's normal. It's like that's the thing with Zarya. It's like the never ending. You can always mess up a bubble. It can always go wrong. It can, something can always change. So yeah, let's get into it. Interesting skin choice, I must say. All right, Soundwoo, respectable, respectable. It could be worse. Could be worse. Okay. So where would you place yourself, right? Like when you talk about Zarya, what do you think about? We're in bronze, so I can assume there's probably quite a lot of things that we want to work on. Usually, I try to get an idea of what people kind of like feel about themselves, what they think they want to improve on, or kind of get a picture how they paint themselves.
Sometimes I try to go high ground because like I know it's better. The problem is like most of the time no one else goes high ground, so it's like you either are alone on high ground or like go below. I don't really know what I did here.
No, that's okay.
To be honest.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, I'm just trying to get an idea of like what you want to do, Zarya. I will say that on stream, I have like I'll have like epic pen and markers. So on stream there might be some stuff, and I'll point it out to you, and we can get into that. But yeah, we could talk about the basic positioning. I think I'll try and go through a little bit.
I don't really know map positions, especially Mumbani. I never like this map.
Okay, that's fine. This is funny. This is where people positioned back in the day.
Hanzo is probably.
Well, yeah, it's more like back in the day, when the game was really new. Everyone like held around this bus and really far forward. So it's cute to see it happen in bronze. Still the same.
Yeah, it still happens in bronze.
Yeah,
every time.
It's cute. It's cute. I like it. Okay. So personally, I would start off with saying, right, this is not where we position, and
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's kind of just because if you position yourself, like I don't want to like throw too many things into it, but by positioning yourself so far forward.
Do you mind if I take notes? I'm gonna open.
Oh, take note. Yeah, go for it. But I'll explain to you, like by you playing so far forward, like on the low ground, what happens is when you don't have your cell bubble, or when you don't have your resources, there's no place for you really to run away. So you're kind of stuck
it makes sense.
In the open, like you're putting yourself at risk. And maybe in bronze, yeah, you're not going to get like domed by a Hanzo or shot by someone random, but still you want to like kind of start to get that habit of, I want to play a little bit somewhere safe. And it doesn't have to be high grounds. It doesn't have to be this, but at the very least we can start to be like, okay, maybe we could play around a corner. Maybe we could play around a space that
instead of being so far forward.
Instead of so far forward. And kind of on top of that, what is cool about Zarya's identity as a hero, right? Like, what is Zarya? It kind of is that hero that kind of, you stand in their face. Like, you go nuts. Because to get charged, right? You kind of want to walk at them, say, what's up?
I think that was my thought process.
Right, so...
It's like, no one else was pushing too far forward, so like, I go forward and I self-bubble to try and get some charge.
Right, but there's a way to do that much more controlled, where it's like, you play around the safe area, and then you walk out. You use your cell bubble, and then you can fall back, and it's kind of going to be like that kind of.
Yeah, it makes sense because if I push too far forward, then I can't really get back without taking a lot of damage.
Yeah,
like there.
But you end up falling back to the right spot, so that's fine. Although it's fine. It's bronze, so I guess a lot you can get away with a lot more things. Okay, but we're gonna look at first person here for a little bit.
I don't know how you play bronze. There's something that always happens in bronze. You get a wrecking ball, and no one has enough mechanics to kill it.
And
they just run in circles.
I can definitely imagine. Okay.
And it makes me frustrated, but I don't have enough mechanics to kill it.
No, it's same. That hero's very, very difficult to kill, don't worry.
I'm probably tunneling there.
Yeah, like there's a lot of... I'm starting to realize there's a lot of things that we could talk about here. So it's good you're going to take notes, because honestly this could take a while, because we got a lot of stuff to go over. Like we're going to talk about bubbles. I think already I can see we're going to talk about ammo usage, right? And then we can kind of get into like the positioning stuff. Yeah, we can get into positioning stuff as well. And that will kind of be our goal for today. Because
what? like a stream where you explain like not reloading because it's faster to use the right click when
Yeah,
you
it's more
have low
efficient.
ammo. And then I started realizing that I reload when I have like half of my ammo.
Right, okay, so yeah, that's part of an issue. So what you do here is actually really, really good, right? So the reason it's really good is because you guys are kind of stuck in this zone, right? And then this Hans is going to swing wide, and if you're sitting next to your team AFK, well, your Reaper's not going to kill it, you're not going to kill him, right? So it's good that you push out. As an off tank, you have the right to push off DPS that come into that zone. So good job, clap clap, right?
That bubble was bad.
Don't worry. So fine. I it's not really worth going on too many mechanical things. But it's cool that you can recognize bubbles are bad. But what I would kind of change on that is not that bubbles are bad, because here, let's see. Let's look at all your bubbles real quick, okay? I think we could tell from like 3 or 4 bubbles.
So like before the fight, I tried to bubble to get
wait,
like charged, but they're always bad.
Don't worry, let me make my point here, right? So you bubble before there's any information, so you don't get charged. You sub bubble instantly before there's much information, you don't get charged, right? Here, you kind of bubble early, you get lucky. Here, you bubble early. Do you start to see where like it's not the bad bubbles? It's impossible for you to get good charge if you play like this. It's impossible for anybody to get charge if you play like this, because this is one of the fundamentals that I'll teach every single rank, and this is something that I teach everyone. You have to make a play based on information.
Yeah.
Right? So by using your bubble so early and so preemptively, there's no, okay, I use my bubble for this reason, then this happened, and then this, and then I got charged. Or I use my bubble, like, right? So it's like,
in my brain, I use the bubble because I think they're gonna shoot me, but I should like wait until they are actually going to, instead of looking the other way.
yeah, you're kind of just walking around a corner and just instantly using the bubble without anything really happening, right? Yeah. And that's not going to get consistency. Sometimes they'll be there, sometimes they won't, sometimes they'll shoot at you, sometimes they won't. And if you're in bronze, you definitely probably don't have that mapped out of like, oh, I'm gonna walk around this corner and they're all gonna be there, right? Like we saw earlier, it just didn't happen. So like an instant thing that I can guarantee you will give you so much improvement is taking a couple seconds to wait on the bubble, wait for a little bit of action to happen, and then just bubble something. Oh, look, this soldier's fighting the Sansa, right? So maybe I can actually, you're doing it right now. You're being really patient on the bubble. You didn't instantly bubble him, and then you react on it. And I will say it's better to be late than early, because that way you can see what went wrong. Because you don't know what's going to go wrong, right? Like, because if you bubble straight away, you just don't know. You're never going to build that habit. And if you're late, that means like, oh, I just missed out on like this really, like this person just died instantly. Why did he die instantly? And then all of a sudden you're going to develop this more consistent way to like build charge based off of information. Okay. Yeah, we're doing live coaching. Actually, let me pause this real quick to ask the chat their opinion on this. Chat. Do you think it's better for me to just spectate the codes and then talk about what I think they should do better? Oh, no, live coaching. Or do you think it would be more, or do you think it's better for me to do talking to him and you guys find it interesting to sit here and listen? Because again, this is my first time. I like hearing. Okay, we'll get back into it. Okay, then let's get back into it.
Yeah, I muted stream again.
Okay, so let's focus real quick on the bubble before we get to other things, so we don't overlap them too much.
Yeah.
So does that make sense on why using bubbles at a certain, like at a later timing kind of lets you start to like create this layer of like, ooh, this is why, this is why, this is why. It'll create more consistency. It'll stop random. Like it's gonna help a ton. So.
Yeah, 810 is poke, dude. I was dueling with 810 the other day. It's very good.
Cool. I mean, we have charge now. Okay. This is good.
Yeah.
Oh, and the mercy beam. She knows. Listen. Bronze mercies, silver mercies. Don't stop doing this. Do this in top 500. Oh, last second. Damage boost Zarya is so crazy. Okay. This is okay. So I think it's important to find an identity on a hero. So when I learn Tracer, I'm like, this is her identity. This is what I want to do. I want to set up flanks. I want to play the outside lane. I look to find XXX, right? I take out support. I take out DPS. I avoid divas, whatever, right?
Yeah.
In the same aspect of Zarya, well, her identity is going to be, I'm going to get a lot of charge. Then I'm going to walk at you. I don't have a lot of range. And then I'm going to use my self bubble to outplay you. And I'm going to be this really strong hero. Well, that's why I then break her down. Well, 0 charge, Zarya is useless. Oops, sorry. We all know this. Then there's the second stage where we have charge, right? And that's actually going to change how we use our kit. So in stage 1, right, the 0 charge, you use those bubbles to get charge. Super simple. In stage 2, now the hero has charge.
You use more like
so now you, yeah, exactly. Yeah, defensively to outplay people. You stop using it for charge. And the reason I say this, and I will say this to literally every single rank, is because people will play, they'll never really slice that in half. They'll keep using the bubble for charge. So they're never actually starting to like learn or get to that point of like getting to carry. So I would say at your charge.
Try to do that. I don't have the reaction time. Like sometimes like I see like, for example, a Reinhardt coming at someone and I try to bubble. Most of the time I'm not good enough.
You'll get there. I will say. I don't think you should say that. So far it's been good, bro.
I mean, we held pretty far.
No, I mean like so
and then,
far.
Like most bronze games, at the last second, everything changes.
I think you'll get the reaction once. So here's the thing, right? When you watch me play, or you watch a really good player play, or you watch Faker in League of Legends, and he does this insane play, right? It looks like a reaction. It looks like we're like reacting to this like 5-head play. It's like, what the fuck? But it's called priming, right? And the difference is that I've been through this situation 1,000 times, so I know what's gonna happen. Therefore, I'm aware of it. And by being aware of it, it becomes 200 times easier to quote unquote react to, because you're already pre-planning it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So maybe a hook or a shatter or whatever, like, because I can kind of be aware of it, be ready for it, expect it, it becomes less of a reaction and more of a, yeah, exactly. So the more you become like the more you use your bubbles with those intents, that awareness, the more you'll build up on it, and the less reaction it'll be, and you will get there. You will get that consistency. So let's see. Now, I guess because everyone has bad positioning, your bad positioning gets away with it, so we won't talk about it. But we did lose a lot of charge here, so it's kind of getting an issue. Okay, one more thing I want to talk about outside of the bubbles now is ammo priority or ammo usage, or where we use our ammo. So I agree. Wrecking Ball earlier, right? Super hard to kill. He's super hard to kill. So if we can avoid it, we don't want to kill the Wrecking Ball. Like if we can avoid it, fuck him. Let him spin in circles. Let's shoot at the soldier. Let's shoot at the Sigma. These guys stand still. They're easier to hit, and your ammo plus your charge, you could probably like kill them or have more of an impact, right? So that's just that's gonna be on you when you're in game to just realize like, okay, Wrecking Ball, can I shoot him? Can I shoot anyone else? And I just quickly have like
sure.
Yeah. So
that
also, way,
since there's other people at the point, it's not like he's gonna do much.
Yeah, and as long as you can maybe play in the doorway, like if you were to play here, like this, right? You move out to this zone, then there's like a likelihood that maybe the Wrecking Ball comes in behind you and boops you into the team, so that would be scary. But if you play like in the doorway, I mean it's whatever. That, you know, never mind. That probably won't happen, and you'll probably still live. I've seen you
It's
walk into
also
the team
a
twice.
bronze breaking ball.
Exactly. So I think that's one thing I want to point out, and that's something that I had to teach myself kind of recently, where it's like, Ethan, you're wasting ammo on Wrecking Ball, you're wasting ammo on Wrecking Ball, and I still do it, and it's so tempting, and it took me a while to break that habit. It really is kind of like that. It's one of those defaults. It's one of those autopilot things where you have to train your brain, like, stop
Yeah,
doing
you
this.
see someone on point and you try and shoot them.
Yeah, you just really want to shoot that Wrecking Ball.
I don't know why I push forward so much.
Okay.
I don't think I thought about it.
That's fine, because you're getting away with it, and technically they can't kill you because it's a Sigma and he used this rock. But this comes back to the beginning where I said Zarya's the hero. You walk into the team, you're the big, you like flexing your muscles, right? You're like, what's up, shoot me, you're resing, shoot me. You self bubble, and bam,
Yeah.
your bubble, like, you got instant charge, right? So at least the concept is there. It's just the flute, like the tightness of that when we're in bronze, so you can get away with more, but the higher you get, just the cleaner it should get, right? So the less forward we could push, and the more likely they are to shoot you, blah blah blah. But the point is that by you pushing forward, you got a shit ton of charge. Although a little bit more gas, because you could have died. But it's important to
Yeah, so that's basically
Kinda
what I
better.
tried to do at the start, except this time it worked a bit better.
huh? You tried to do the start, but I don't understand the last part.
Like pushing forward to like try and get charge.
Yeah, but yeah, it is a bit aggressive. See, so this is again a bubble. That it's what I mean with bubbles, right? It's like, so it's a little early.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know. Okay, again, to be fair, I'll give you credit. I did not expect the Sigma to use a shift, because sorry, I can literally, shoot through that. So I don't think he realizes that, which is fine. Okay, so this
Well,
would
that
have been.
happens a lot. It
This
also
would've-
happens with rank parties that don't realize melee attacks go through a shield.
Yeah. So this would have been kind of a good bubble situation, even though it would have been, you would have died. But I want to point out, so here's another concept I'm going to throw on you, okay? So we have a few things here. We have defend objective A. Why is it on my screen? Wait, it's bugged.
Well, it wasn't there before, I think.
Okay,
Oh,
one
now
sec.
it's gone.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's bugged. I'm gonna throw another concept at you, and you can maybe open my stream for this one. Is this pre-coaching,
open
or have you
stream.
told them anything before this? No, this is organic, beginning fresh. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, we have our corner that we're playing around. We have, if this bus wasn't there, which it is, whatever, okay. And then we have this, like, the enemy team is coming through this space, and they really want to take this space, and they're kind of looking at you, the person that's like moving, overextending. You're walking into essentially what we call line of sights. So yeah, the Hanzo could shoot you, the Sigma can shoot you, the Kree can shoot you, and then when you kind of walk into that, you're kind of like being cocky, being that Zarya we talked about, and then what you do is you fall back after you use your cell bubble into safety. And these kind of line of sights, or these kind of chokes, or these kind of zones exist everywhere, on every map, and that is Zarya's best friend. That's kind of like the formula for Zarya. So what you're doing is you're kind of like maybe unintentionally exposing yourself.
Can you give me a second?
I'll go over this concept again for better examples. Okay, I mute myself in Discord, but yeah, this is bronze.
Sir, my door is no.
Huh?
Sorry, my door is locked now.
Okay, yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, well, we'll go over this one more in the future because this is something I talk about a lot. But what you end up doing is you walk into that like zone, maybe unintentionally, which is kind of dangerous, and then you have the opportunity to kind of self bubble and then walk away. What you end up doing is, to some sort of degree, right? I'm gonna take this exact image of what I'm showing you now, of this corner, everyone, including you, where it's like this is that LOS. Right, that we're playing around this corner, and you're walking up into the zone to self bubble, take a lot of damage, and then fall back, because they can't really come around that corner yet. What ends up happening is you play in that danger zone, you walk out of that danger zone, that line of sight where all the threat is, and you fall back to this new corner. The issue is the timing on this is a little early, because if we draw a picture again, we have that exact same... I'm going to choose a different color. Yeah, we have that exact same shape that we had a second ago. Where... let me do this. We have that exact same shape we had a second ago, where now this becomes that line of sight of danger, of doom. But this Kree isn't there yet, and this Hanzo isn't there yet. So if we had waited just a little bit longer, or like a little bit longer, to let them come into this line of sight zone, that would be good. But that's a little complicated, right? But you can kind of see like how the more experience you get on Zarya, the more you can kind of craft these, or they'll come into fruition. But just so you know that they exist is important to start looking out for them, and I'll for sure show you more of them, and they'll for sure become a little more natural to play around. But that's how the corner works. And that like line of sight works, and that's how we get really easy charge. So
yeah, okay. I have the thing with the wrecking ball again.
Okay, so this guy runs it down. Good punish.
I tried to borrow the Reinhardt as he fell down, but
It's fine. Dude, yeah, it's fine, don't worry. Like, you're in bronze, you make mechanical mistakes, go miss your grabs, go miss your bubbles, I don't care. I don't even feel shame anymore when I get a 0-man grab. It's
I think every single grab in these games is bad.
Don't worry.
Oh no, wait, this one has a really good grab, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a believer in the like, yo, you should have hit that bubble. Hit it next time. It's like, dude, just... That's kind of like the same level of coaching is like, yo, just click their heads. It's like, nah, whatever. Like we can all see that, right? We all know I missed the bubble. You know I missed the bubble. It is what it is. It's not gonna help anyone. So I prefer to focus more on the macro and the things.
Yeah, but I mean, like every bubble is solely that makes sense.
Huh?
Like I should be more like thoughtful about my bubbles.
Oops, sorry, chat. Oh god, that's. Oh, that is a lot of background noises. No, yeah. But the point is that it's fine. Don't worry about missing it. So what I don't... Unlucky.
That's really bad.
No, it's not bad. It's fine. It's funny. I as much as I hate this, it's always fun to get like ping-ponged because you got knocked. I'll show you aerial POV.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably laughing at that point.
Yeah, you got like knocked around and... Oh no!
There's like a lot up there.
Okay, I see why people like watching bronze now. Okay, that's kind of funny.
Yeah,
the wrecking ball, the Hunter kind of just walked into it. Okay, that's cute.
I mean, I'm bronze and I still laugh at...
Well, yeah, the thing is you got knocked into it, so... That's unlucky. Okay. Cool, that's fine, it's fine. We skip ahead. Honestly, I like this rotation. I might actually... unironically, unironically, by the way. You just taught me something. You just gave me some information. Because, like, the way you took this rotation, I love it. I love it and I don't love it. I love it because it's difficult to walk up the zone because you know the enemy team's going to be looking there. And it isn't that much time loss, and it puts you in like a really good flank position. And I'm a man who loves flanking, right? So because I'm assuming in a higher elo game, everyone will be looking this way. You come around the side. So cool. Yeah, I'm for sure gonna use that in the future.
Yeah, it's kind of less organized on bronze.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's to be expected. But
Like I kind of have that thing when I watch like Unranked to Goldmaster, the Grandmaster, that like by the time they actually have a rank, they're usually like at least platinum.
mm-hmm.
So I don't think they ever played on bronze.
No, they don't. Okay, one thing I will say that I dislike a lot about this. Did you get rest? How are you back there so quick? Wait, what?
Maybe.
You ran in and died. Am I crazy? Did you get good spawn? Okay, whatever. Yeah, you got good spawn. So one thing I will actually doesn't matter. It did remind me of another concept. So something more specific to Zarya is that our deaths are not equal to other people. Our deaths are, if we have charge, you know, our charge means more. I mean, after the Blizzard nerf, you know, they just take our charge away, so I guess it's less meaningful. Thank you, Blizzard. But the idea is that we want to stay alive as much as possible after fights. But I think that kind of presents.
Sometimes I think I had a really good like bubble charge, and then I die and I realize.
Yeah, you might like walk in and die, or it's like the fight's lost. And the point is, well, kind of maybe it doesn't come up, maybe it does. It's important to keep in mind that like if you know that a fight's gonna be lost and you're like really confident about it, to just be like, yo, peace, I'm gonna sneak out and try and save that charge. Okay, let's look at first person because it's a little fiesta going on. So you're down a bunch of teammates right now. So first thing I would recommend to you is you shouldn't be pushing up. And this is something that's going to help everyone, and so I want to go over this because I actually it's on my YouTube channel. It's one of my first videos on my YouTube channel. It's called like King's Row 74% average energy, and we were losing a fight, right? And I had a really high charge, and I did this exact same thing you did now. So I wanted, like, I did it in Grandmaster, right? So this is a habit that I'm going to tell you now that I want everyone to be aware of, is that when you're disengaging a fight or you're losing a fight, don't just walk across this open space in front of the enemy team. Because, yeah, it's like, yeah, you want to get back to your team as soon as possible, but by doing so, like, you're walking in front of like 5 or 6 people. I died. In bronze, you didn't, but in my example, I did die, and that's very dangerous to just. It's something to keep in mind. Like, how can I escape this? Like, who can help me escape this? Give a little bit of add a little weight to that. But you got away. Honestly, very surprised by that. But then again, maybe not because it's
like
bronze.
Part of my tunnel problem. That like I see like the point is moving too fast.
Don't worry.
Try to get in it.
Yeah.
Even though it's probably not.
No, completely. Like I said, I did the same thing when I was top 500, like ISR. Like it's fine. Okay, so what's less fine we can still see is the bubble usage is kind of staying the same. So let's have a look real quick. What's up, MFE? How you doing? Good to see you. Let's see. Bubble. Okay. So again, we have information, we have a play, we can use our bubbles to react to that. It's kind of the same thing. So what I like to use for Reinhardt's specifically, since there's a ton of Rein Zarya in 2021, is that when you bubble your Reinhardt, when he starts the swing animation, he's stuck in that swing animation, I think. No, he's not. But more often than not, he'll probably try to finish it. At the very least, him starting the swing animation shows intent to you, right? Without him having to communicate, hey, I'm gonna go swing, I'm gonna start hitting. And then you can see that, very simple trigger, I'm gonna use bubble, right? And that way you get what you want, you enable him, and it's a kind of like a win-win scenario. So that's a very simple thing to look out for, or a pin.
Yeah, I maybe could have easily done like the dive instead of while he was shielding.
Sorry, say it again.
Like maybe I could have like used the bubble when he dives instead of like.
Yeah, exactly. And what I'm saying is like when he's pinning, or when he starts that swing animation, that's when you can use bubble, because you're like, okay, this guy's gonna go in, right? And when he goes in, they're gonna shoot him. So I get charge.
Yeah. Like, I can't expect him to react to my bubble, especially in bronze.
Yeah, exactly. So they could put so it's a way for you to get some sort of agency in there. Oh, a little bit.
That was late.
That's fine. You can just, if you want to know the mechanics behind it, when you're like at the top of the air, you can use it, and it's guaranteed it'll be up for wait amount of time. So is there a reason you're holding onto your grab for so long?
No, I think I was just like looking for a good...
_owl has just subscribed.
Wait 1 second.
But then you're not charging.
Wait, I need to turn this down. I can't
What
hear
the?
anything
Get
anymore.
this weak chug out of my system.
Let me turn that down.
Like, I was
Excuse-
just looking for a good grab.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And thank you, Echo, for the 6 months. I appreciate that. B10 gang, gang. Thank you, appreciate it. Always good to see you in chat. Appreciate the support. Sure. Okay, looking for good grab. I think that depends. Yeah, that's fine. I would recommend that maybe it's okay to just... I guess a lot of people have this notion... I haven't heard it in a while, by the way. I used to get this a lot. Yo, why are you one-man grabbing? Yo. People used to ask me all the time, is it okay to use grab to save charge? Blah, blah, blah. And then like, yes, I do that. I love that. I think it's good. Getting a pick, it's like... Maybe in bronze you want to get a few more people because it's not as consistent. But the higher you go, like the more value a pick gets. It's like there's 6 monkeys versus 6 monkeys, and if you grab one of the monkeys away, well, 6 monkeys is better and stronger than 5 monkeys, so that's super worth it. That's kind of like, yeah, I think it's okay to use grabs for getting picks and stuff like that. But his volume is very low. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, wait. Can you speak again? I think by turning down... Hey, Dubs. I think by turning down OBS for the...
You turn down like the whole desktop.
Yeah, I think it turns down you because you come through OBS. Wait. I'll turn you up a little as well. Can you speak real quick?
My mic is like the same volume.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to turn you up. Okay. I will turn you back up. Okay, can you try again? Say something?
Like speaking?
It's a good chat? Okay, I think I have to turn him. Okay. Yeah. So we have to deal with the loud notifications. Oopsie. Maybe I'll turn him off for future ones. Okay, what were we talking about? Good grab, 6 monkeys, 5 monkeys. I was lost. I'm lost.
Yeah, I think you were telling me like I don't need to save grab that much.
Yeah.
I also feel like I don't know if this was true back then, but like I remember in 2017 people used to like hold them a lot because it was super hard to like make ult, like get ult with Zarya. Like it was really slow. But I don't think that's true because I get a lot of ults if I use them.
Yeah.
Sometimes I kind of forget to use the ult.
Oh, I think what I was gonna say was something. Oh my god, it's gonna be scuffed because I lost my example. I think it had to do with like you don't know what a good play is yet. You're in bronze. Sorry
that's true too.
But like
yeah, no. Don't worry,
the way you find that out is through being proactive with it, using it, making the mistakes, going for it, like seeing what happens, like go use the grab and I don't know. Just
so when you see the good grab, you will think, wow, that must be great communication, but it was 100% luck.
Sure, but no,
I
it
think
doesn't
it's
have to
an
be.
attack.
Sure. But okay, so yeah, we're not gonna worry about kill feed. So, okay, Cameron, holy shit.
Oh, that Hanzo, he was McCree.
Did your Ryan just spin off the map?
Yeah, the
no
Ryan
way.
was in com saying like you had a McCree in the back. And like I had seen him before, like he's holding shield instead of attacking, so I went to try and kill the Kree.
You know what's ironic? I was like, I don't get why people like this, like spectating bronze, watching bronze Overwatch in 22 now.
100%
I didn't get it, but I think I get it now. I did.
Look at the rank.
I think I get it now. Like it's some interesting stuff.
When he did that, I remember like watching like a Red Shell video where the exact same thing happened.
Oh my god, it's so crazy.
And I just laughed. Yeah, that was
Well,
a bug, bro.
let's talk about Grevs then. Let's get into it. So, I think the mistake here is that, yo, that's a squishy. That's a squishy. Well, you don't see her. That's a squishy. And then you grab the tank.
Yeah, and I go for the tank.
Okay, and then I'm gonna talk about this with everyone. It's gonna sound really simple.
Everyone's dead.
But okay, yes, everyone's dead, right? Because okay, I think this is important for bronze. Okay, I don't expect you to track who's alive, who's dead, what else do we have, what blah 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 blah, right? What combos? Like you usually do that by using the kill feed, and it takes a long time to learn that process, right? So eventually, sure, one day we'll come back.
Sometimes I miss a lot of like the kill feed, so I
Right,
try
exactly. It's hard.
figuring it out, but
So that's something that like in the future, right? Like yeah, go do this, go learn that, go blah blah blah. But for now, I think an easier way to look at it is like if it's 66 and you know people are alive, use the ult. Or if you want to really combo with Hanzo, go for it, sure, that's great. But make sure you do it early, because that way it's safe. You know you have your team, you know like what's going to happen. That way you're proactive, you're putting them on the back foot. Honestly, if you bubble the brig and she doesn't res that, I think you guys honestly 2v4 this. But on top of that, bubble the brig. A little late, it works. Okay.
I did it late.
On top of that, let's go a few things through Gravitons real quick. So when you use Grav, again, this is going to be more advanced, so maybe don't worry about it too much. But like when your team is alive and we use Grav, if you
put on my notebook.
Yeah, if you use your Grav, like your team's playing here, la di da di da, they're in Narnia, like they're playing rock paper scissors against each other, you know, sharing camp story, whatever, and then you're like, let's go, and you run around the corner and you grab over here. It's like, oh wait, sorry, you're grabbing, like I can't shoot through this wall, you know. So like grabbing outside of a person's line of sight or around the corner or some things like that are super dangerous. Another little thing is like if they have their full shield, if they have Sigma shift, if they have all their like Pap lamp, if they have all of these resources still, then it's also going to be super hard for your team unless you have a Hanzo ult to combo with, right? And then we can get into way
yeah, I feel like sometimes I choose Babel because like I see a lot of enemies together without like thinking if we can kill them.
Sure, but that's also about like the grab. It'll make your grab easier if it's like, if you see like some squishy is like, there's a squishy here, Hanzo's like overextended, which they are, by the way. This is bronze. There's so many people who are like just out of position everywhere. So there's like so many ways you can just throw your grab and get super easy kills.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna talk about
in this game they get a lever and they steal almost.
We'll talk about this kind of stuff in a bit. As cool as it is to flank.
Yeah.
Not for now.
I was kind of telling and I realized when like the mother appeared.
Why are you... Okay, dude, this is...
I don't know how she got so...
This is what I mean, by the way. I get YouTube comments where people are like, oh, dude, you place diamond or you skip plat or this, and it's like, oh, like I have bad teammates, so they're like, these concepts get harder to apply. But it's like, actually, friendo, it's the opposite, right? So let's say, right, like look at this, you're getting away with so much more than I ever would in plat. You can get away, you can break the rules and break the mold and have so much more freedom. It's just about like integrating those fundamentals and learning them. So let's say you had integrated like good charge and you had 100 charge and you did this flank. I'm telling you right now, I think you would have killed their whole team. Legit. Like...
Yeah, at least Hanzo, because I left him like super low.
Yeah, it's just...
And the Mora was low too.
It's always interesting to see for me, I think. It's good. So let's go into... Okay, so they have the lever now?
Yeah.
Because you know,
that's more or less when he left.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, and even with the lever they get to push. Which I was kind of frustrated about.
Well, you already had... I think I saw you already had lost someone, but... Let's see. Good bubble. Okay, so this is the perfect example here of this that line of sight concept that I talked about. Yeah, because here now we have a corner that we want to play around, and we have like the enemy team walking with the payload coming to the zone. Here. So hopefully you can see my cursor. So yeah, now you know, right? Like it's like, oh, if I walk into the open here and I sub bubble, they're gonna shoot at me, and then you can instantly break that by walking back around the corner. They kind of punish you because they have to like walk all the way up, and bim bam bop, you got this perfect little space where it's like, you know, their attention's gonna be like hyper focused forward, which is why it's much easier than the Numbani first. It's just like these kind of corners exist everywhere. You know where the enemy team is.
Yeah.
If you
But there's not a boss in the middle.
there's not what? Oh yeah, not a boss
This
in the
one,
middle.
there's not a
Yeah,
boss in the
exactly. So well, this is kind of blasphemy. But okay, it's Braun. I'm not flaming him, but the point is like, good example of if this Hanzo is playing by the rules where he's playing behind his team, he's got the corner to play around. He'd be completely fine just spamming people out. He doesn't respect the rules because he's just playing literally in that like line of sight that we talked about with no corner, no cover, no nothing. So he's probably gonna die for it, right? And he doesn't die. Okay, my bad. But like the point is like he's putting himself at risk, right? I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
they
he
had
has no
DPS there.
help.
They had no DPS there, and yeah, it's hard to hit him. That's fine.
Yeah, I feel like the same way that I'm not managing to like punish when they like fuck up, they're not really punishing when we make mistakes.
So we are missing out on some opportunities. So okay, so this is where I will kind of like hammer onto you the 1 and 2 rule. Stage 1 we get charged, stage 2 we go. And I think this comes back to like, now as you can see lower right, we don't have bubble and we're pushing forward. So what this means is that I know in future scenarios it's going to be like, yeah, when you use that bubble, right, when you use that ability, you are caging yourself essentially. You're basically saying like, okay, I have used this ability, I'm not going to play the game for 10 seconds because I got some charge, and then when that's stage 2, when you push out with that charge, you're going to use that self bubble to outplay someone. You're going to use that self bubble to make a play. Like, you're going to use that for safety, that safety net. That's going to allow you to do these things. But a lot of people...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people... Well, A, that's why we need to get really good at getting charged, so we can start playing the game as soon as possible. Sorry, chat. And B, yeah, that's why we need to like respect and kind of it'll help you learn when you're like, I wasted bubble, now I can't push, because you're gonna be like, oh, this is so boring, this sucks, I can't play the game. Yeah, it does. So start using the bubbles correctly, start playing around them correctly. So that's why this is kind of an issue, and we have no charge because we never got out of that stage 1 with like get charge push. You do 0 damage, thank Blizzard for that, I guess. But yeah, not the worst, not the worst.
Yeah.
Just good to identify that one a little bit.
I think that was a panic bubble, but it kind of worked.
Which one? This one? Yeah, Mr. Mammothie, it's not the usual thing. I guess it's not everyone's cup of tea, which is fine. Let's see. I mean, it's good grab. Okay. Not sure about your Reaper. Is it going for Charizard?
I feel like definitely, even though it's bronze, people do react to the grab. Like Reinhardt and Hanses, also. No, Reinhardt, sorry. Reapers and Hanses.
No, sorry, you say that again? What do they do?
Usually when you have when you grab, and if there's a Hansen or Reaper with a grab, like they do react to it.
Yeah, they're distracted by the grab. But they can't really do anything with that. So okay, so it is 6v5. So let's go into one. We'll look at attack and see if that stays the same. So first thing's it's gonna be first, right? Like you to improve when you get those bubbles down. If we'll try and ingrain into you kind of like a rule set, right? You're gonna like pop the fuck off. You're actually, unironically, I guarantee you, if you start, Yannick's burns not really much in streams anymore, Jaeger. he has a lot of work to do. He has a lot of things to do. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. But Burn's always welcome here. Hi, Tiger Tat. So let's see. Okay, I want to talk a little bit. We've gone over a lot of concepts. I know. I might have even lost track of how many. So now, let's start to like. I'm gonna, instead of theoretical, right? I'm gonna start looking at like how can we apply them in this game. So now how can we apply them? So let's get a little bit more into like the ammo usage, bubble corner, where we push, positioning, all those things. Okay, Bastion. Oh no. Oh no, that's low reload, very scary. Okay, so cool. So you guys take a little rotation here, which is good, and I'm gonna tell you why it's good, is because what you guys essentially did, I mean, the enemy team is trolling by positioning there, but that's fine. You guys absolutely destroy them. So you can see now that their intent, dude, this is so cute. Bronze is so cute, man. I'm enjoying this. Like, they're all playing low ground. I love it. I love it. I love it. So
it's funny because I'm used to it.
Yeah, their intent's gonna be, yo, guys, when they come main, let's fuck them up. And you guys would never get to them, by the way. Like, your shield would break, you guys would die, you guys would get upset, blah, blah, blah. Cool. But what you guys end up doing is you go through this inside rotation where they can't see you at all, and you've already closed that gap, and you really, really easily get onto them. Right? So, I mean, maybe execution-wise not good, but like the rotation is super, super good for that reason. Okay, go off. So let's look.
Yeah, I kind of focus on the Bastion because I fucking hate Bronze Bastion.
Yeah, and this is a super easy charge for you, but it's good. It's a good job. So some small things I would like. Oh. You're doing good. Ooh, okay, so there's a few mechanical things that need to change ASAP. Right? ASAP, like as soon as possible. And this is something that everybody does. It's differentiating your left hand and your right hand need to start like becoming separate entities, or when you're using your right hand you need to tell your left hand to chill. So in this sequence I want you to watch your movement and not your aim. Like, look at your movement, where you end up, where you're going, but not the aim.
Yeah.
Now, if I were to break it down, I could tell you a way to make this like 200 times easier, right? This whole thing 200 times easier. So A, stop jumping. Tell your left hand, stop that, unbind it, I don't know. Move it to something weird. Right? First, we find like a little position, right? So we created a little pseudo corner. So what I would say is like, you can shoot the Bastion from here. Right?
Yeah.
So also you can shoot the Bastion from here, and there's my I'm gonna use Epic Pen, and you're not exposing yourself to these Baptiste and the Sigma, and you're kind of getting a little bit of cover. The big thing is here, right? You do have your self bubble, so you're probably I would say, yeah, you're actually allowed to like walk up in front of the Bastion. That's a trash arrow.
You get charged.
To get charged, and then you can like kind of fall back to somewhere safe, or you find all these little beep beep beep. You find all these little corners or spaces to play around within the map itself, and from there you can literally,
because like if I keep moving forward, then I'm exposing myself to like the Baptiste.
yeah, you're in the open, and on top of that you're making it harder for yourself by jumping about and blah blah blah. If you literally just go find like a little nice spot, you go vibe, set up like a, you know, like a whatever the fuck, I don't know, a hammock, stand still, you have a little bit of charge, you're in the middle of the back line, you're fucking vibing, feel the power, like stand still in a corner behind their team, shoot them, and look at them panic, look at them scramble, look at them be like, look at them be the ones that are just hopping about out of position, going nuts, and you're just kind of just vibing there in the back line. Be like, you can imagine them like, oh, what, guys, there's a Zarya in us, blah blah blah. It's like, feel the power. But like, you can stand still and have a really nice time. Ah, let's click.
Also, I was so confused when they revived the Bastion. I was like, why is
Right.
this guy here?
Yeah, and the
Like,
reason...
I'm bronze, so I can't.
Alright, and the reason that they res the Bastion and you have no idea about it is because of your movement. Because you're hopping about, right? Like a little bunny
Yeah, I would have
rabbit
seen the Mercy.
going nuts, right? Yeah, exactly. So let me watch it again and I'll try and like describe it one more time. That as long as you're standing like somewhere relatively safe, which, hey, you can DM me afterwards and be like, hey 10, dude, I stood still and I got like instantly destroyed in the middle of 6 people. Like, why the fuck did you tell me this? Okay, sure, DM me, I'll look at it, I'll be like, okay, buddy, you could play here on this map, or this is why it went wrong, and we can...
Yeah, I mean, in this exact situation, I could have gone for like the insider. Probably, I would have had like good visibility without being like so on the open.
Even if you just sat on payload here, and you had sub bubble, and you stood still, like, let's imagine, right, ignore this Zarya here, imagine you just stood here, and I'll draw like who you can shoot. So you could shoot the Mercy Rezzing, you could shoot the Baptiste, you could shoot the Sigma, you could shoot the Reinhardt.
Yeah.
You can't shoot the Bastion anymore, but now there's only one Reinhardt on point. Reinhardt dies, you could again come to this corner here now, you could shoot the entire team, you could self bubble, you could friendly bubble, you could even move back, like you could even chill in this area, you could maybe walk to this area, you could like even that original position, you'd have your bubble back when the teams meet, you'd get even more charge, you'd be like a king that just stands still on this payload, gets a shit ton of charge and just kills everyone. And that's gonna make your aim easier, that's gonna make everything easier, you're gonna gather information.
Yeah, because like
more.
if you're moving your champion around, it's hard to aim.
Yeah,
You
but
gotta
like,
compensate
yes, and you're running into them, and then you get less information. Like, let's watch POV. Like, it's harder to see everything. The Mercy Rest. Oh, this happened, right? Oh, right. I will say, by the way, something that I will like, as I said, I don't like to be like just bubble them forehead or whatever, like missing bubbles and this and this. You are, when you do have your friendly bubble, you are slow on it. There was that Brig in the Grav, your Ryan there, the Sigma ult, the Reaper there,
Yeah.
the this. So maybe when you are standing still in a safe spot, it gives you more time to think about your bubbles, I think. When you feel safe, when you feel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause yeah.
Yeah, because like sometimes I do them super late, and then sometimes I do it like super early.
So it's more like you never use it. It's like I think when they fluxed you earlier, you didn't use it. Like there's times where you literally don't use it. That's the difference though. I would say that there's more like, yeah. There's the use it a little late on a piece of information, and then there's the don't use it at all. But I'm assuming that's just because maybe you're not aware that you have it back. So, which is fine, but it's good to be aware about it. Okay, so now we're doing the thing that they wanted us to do, which is kind of play in the open. We're also down a person, so it's gonna be a little impossible.
See, this is what this is kind of what I meant. Like an attack, like sometimes you wanna go for like the flank or the corner, but like you're alone.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's like still better to go through the flank alone, but I feel like sometimes I should try and stick with the team.
It's fine. I think sticking with the team is fine, especially when you don't have charge. What I liked about this sequence is that let me get water. What I enjoyed was, well, I'm gonna actually show you because you were really patient on the bubble, and you know what I like about this? When people are patient on their bubbles, and when people start to adapt, like when I tell, like when I coach them, and then they come back to me, and then it's hard to coach. Like I'll put it like this, it's always hard to coach people when they instantly use their abilities and they're not getting out of stage 1 and they don't get charged in stage 2, blah 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 blah. Because I guess we'll see in the later stages of this series, like when we get to higher ranks, when you have charge, then we can start to talk about like, oh, this is a more optimal bubble timing. This is how we can use bubble better, blah blah blah. And you can get into those intricacies. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was talking about it because like here, really good bubble patience. If we go back to the example of like how this line of sight thing works, right? Where we're kind of in the open, but sure, we're attacked, so we have to do that. And then they're looking down this space, and you know they're spamming at us. You know they're shooting at us, right? So now this would be a good situation to like throw out the bubble. His shield's breaking. Like, yeah, you could look for some charge, right?
Yeah. When he dives, I tried, and then he got.
So you were waiting for him to like pin in or. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, because like when he's holding the shield, you can get some charge, but they can just shoot the shield.
So
Not the bubble.
no, they would shoot the bubble. That probably. What I would say is here okay, so because we're down our Hanzo, I guess it's bronze. Okay, what I would say is I would just bubble him for charge here. Like I would bubble him, I would walk forward, I would self bubble, and then I'd fall back. Cool, stage 1 completed. I have 80 charge. Then,
Yeah, because I had absolutely no charge.
Exactly.
So like using the bubble reactively is not that.
Well, yeah, especially because like he had his entire shield broken, and it's just a very long sequence where you're kind of like, I can get charged. If you can communicate, and if you hope your Rhine doesn't go in, that'd be good. If you know your Rhine's gonna go in, fuck it. Sure, I agree with the bubble actually. But that could be one of those situations where like using it for charge would be good. Because then, by the way, if you come on stream, now if you have 80 charge, dude, you could be a god and you can flank through here and come off angle. You'll have your sub bubble by then. You would probably shoot at the Rhine. He tried to 1v1 you. You win. He doesn't shoot you. You shoot backline. You might kill people. Like that's when you start to get into that zone of like, now I can be a flanking. Sorry, god. Now I'm a like X whatever, right?
Yeah, like I had 0 charge, but I didn't do that first stage.
Yeah, which is fine. Which is why I like this. I'm saying I like what you did here. Like you were patient with the bubble, used it a little bit too late. Then when your Rhine falls back, right? So what you do, like I said, what we're seeing now in bronze is like a very scuffed version, a very unpolished version of like what we're trying to get to eventually, which is to be expected, nothing to be ashamed of. Where the idea is I bubble my Rhine, I walk in front of my Rhine, I self bubble, and I fall back together with my charge. And that is a very like a little dance. That's like the art of Zarya, which I'm very happy to see here. You know? That's what I'm trying to say. This is good. Could be a small optimization there. So now we have charge. Really good scenario. My man.
Yeah, in here I was trying to. I was in comms trying to tell them to go through like the left.
Dude, that okay, good. Even if you went alone, like you were literally doing what I was saying, by the way. Like literally perfectly. Like you should actually not be afraid to like you should definitely push up here. Definitely. Like this is super good. I'm really happy to do this.
Oh, this is the amazing grab.
It did
that was 100% luck.
It did take quite a little while, but cool.
I grab and then the hands with us.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, okay, we're in bronze. If
yeah,
you
like
grab
by
right
the time
now,
I got
you
here, I
hit
had
4
no
people.
charge.
No, but like
because I was waiting for the team.
You can see right that there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 people.
Yeah, behind
So,
you.
Yeah, you could have just thrown it out. Maybe you were okay. Who knows? Maybe you were checking to see if Hanzo had ult. Maybe you didn't. I don't know what it is. But like, if you had thrown it out, that would have been like a. Oh, it's
I
still
do grab
through,
up people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
okay.
a pretty decent ult.
It was good. That's fine. It's fine.
Especially compared to the other ults.
No, it's
Which
really
are
good.
trash.
It's really good. I guess speed.
Yeah, we got
speed is.
points.
Yeah, it's just recognizing it faster. But again, like. That doesn't matter. That was my bad. I think that was pointless for me to bring up. Cool.
No, it's okay. Because like I still need to improve it, even if it's not like as important as other stuff.
Okay. What am I thinking? Okay. We are dead, right? Sure, but. Okay,
Yeah.
wait, I feel like I was gonna talk about some certain stuff. It's fine. This is just a classic example of A, not having charge, overextending past corner. You go past corner, you don't have self bubble, then you
Yeah,
die.
when I heard the May ult, I knew.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not even that big a deal. I'm not gonna like say don't do that, because you body blocked the Bastion ult, and you even ended up killing the Bastion. And if you want to optimize it, you even had friendly bubble for the Reaper ult, and he wouldn't have got pinned, and who knows. But that's irrelevant. I don't mind this sequence too much. It's just the issue is making that consistent, or being aware that it's like it is risky to go around corners without grab. Let's go look at this things. Your ammo usage has gotten a lot better, by the way. So at the beginning,
me from yesterday, use the advice.
yeah, at the beginning I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be a consistent issue, so we'll fall back.
It was
to
my
that.
first game of the day, I think.
Yeah, but you were definitely warming up. I could see it. It feels better.
I mean, I'm still bronze after one, man. So, but you know.
No, it feels better for sure. The beginning it was a lot more like weird right clicks, weird usage. Okay, again, that's another bubble where he's using his Sigma hands. Earlier, I gave you the benefit of the doubt at the beginning because like you kind of did it at the time where he was gonna shoot, but this one is more. No, we can see him. Like he's used, like look, he sees the Sigma shift. We see him Sigma shift.
Yeah, I don't know why I write.
No, it's more sub bubble. It doesn't get anything there. Nobody could shoot you. But I don't know. I think the Mercy overextended. Yeah, the enemy team overextended, so you guys win this. Okay, cool. You missed an opportunity.
Yeah, I definitely bubbled wrong a lot.
So here, okay, I'm not gonna go in. I don't like aerial POV, because I mean you're in a game. You don't look at an aerial. So I'm gonna show you. Okay. Bastion is here. Sigma is here, and whatever else is there. Right? You know they're right in front of you right now. He's even shooting at you. You can hear the guns. They're shooting at you. There's a Mei there. They're shooting at you. Right? So this is one of the situations where like, okay, I want to now use my self bubble because there's so many people shooting at this area and we're coming around that corner.
Yeah, plus I'm right next to it. Not your car.
Yeah. Unfortunately, now we've missed our opportunity to self bubble. And we didn't get that like self bubble full back friendly bubble kind of thing, right? But I'm gonna draw this one more time just from an aerial POV, just to like this is what I'm saying. This shape is everywhere, and I told you we get more of these because this is the Zarya shape. I mean, this exists for everyone, by the way, chat. If you're a Zen player, you want to make sure you right click for these zones. If you're a spammer, you want to make sure that you spam down these zones. But like the idea is corner, enemy team, they have that line of sight, and they're focus firing this corner. Same shape, same as everything else. It exists everywhere. So when we come into these spaces, we want to self bubble, right? We want to self bubble that, and we can safely fall back, or we can do whatever the hell we want. I'm not. Yeah, I don't think positioning matters too much yet. Okay. Now, before you don't die, because you're in bronze and you somehow live here, this is what I'm talking about earlier, where I think this is like not allowed, right? Was maybe where we need to disconnect.
There.
Yeah, this is where we need to disconnect those two hands, or we need to like look, maybe change it in your mind, where it's like it is a yo, I'm overextending in their face, self bubble, fall back, and you're just adding that extra step at the end where you want to fall back, right? I think it's just adding that, like, good. Right now, if I were watching this, I would say, good job. You are walking in front of your team. You got that massive LOS, right? Like, really nice here. And then, okay, now we're actually going to go into an aerial POV. And then, like, where do you want to fall back when you go overextend? Well, you want to fall back that direction.
Has just
and
subscribed.
you keep going here, right? So yeah, you know, I understand, but it's very risky. I don't get, like, you don't die, Mamasi, you don't die, and somehow the enemy Ryan has died. Okay, I don't get it, but doesn't matter. If we need to.
I don't get it either.
I mean,
if you don't get it.
Yeah, you do get away with it, which is why it's super hard for you to learn these things. I think it's super hard to like even reckon, like, for anyone in bronze, because it's like you get away with it. So what, you didn't do anything wrong. It's like, you know, people like, that's why losing or getting shit on or playing against better people teaches you. That's like a perfect example of that.
I mean, bronze confuses me so much.
It's okay. Okay, so
yeah, I feel like you're stuck in a pit where everybody's bad.
Right. But if we start to get like those,
me included, I'm definitely not one of those people that think they're better than their elo.
I'm telling you, I can give that there's a formula here, right? Which is like the focus hard on like the finding those like those chokes and those line of sights and those corners, and look for that charge, look for that self bubble, look for those things. Then stage 2, when we have that, go do your flanks, go play however you want to play, because I guarantee you will get away with it. Right? Like, honestly, like you dropped earlier on like 0 charge into the backline of the enemy team, and I think you killed the Moira. Like, that doesn't make sense on any capacity, which is good, because it means you don't have to use your brain. All you have to use your brain for is making sure. Yeah, because if I had charge, I would have been exactly. Like, you would have been like a really destroyer. Exactly. So good. You will still get a charge. You see how like early you use that and you still get charged? Like it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, when the other one was late, when he did it, like my brain was like, do it already.
Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. Okay, I was gonna ask you. Did you see this? Because in my mind right now, when I'm processing the information, right, I noticed something here. So I want you to watch close. I mean, it's but like. Did you notice the Reaper there? That he was gonna go in, he rafed in, he didn't have his resources? I'm assuming you didn't.
Wait, can you repeat? Can you play that again?
Yeah, look. After the sequence, that the Reaper here went in. I'll even minimize this, like use the Reaper's rafing there. Now he's rafed and rafe.
I have to get all
over there.
yeah.
Hey, your gun's kind of blocking it, to be fair. But cool. That reminds me of something else. I might go on a little tangent.
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, I might go on a little tangent here because there's these eye tests that you can do that test your peripheral vision power, and so like that means like if you can like look at the center of your screen and at the same time be aware of information on these outsides, right? Does that make sense? So I did the test and I was really good at it. I was like, oh, and then I thought to myself, oh wait a second, that makes sense. I have to be really good at that peripheral thing. Because how else will I read the kill feed? How else will I check my cooldowns? How else will I check my HP? Like, my ults.
Yeah, plus it's like a first-person game, so like most of the information.
Right. So honestly, it depends how tryhard you want to get on this. But there's eye exercises for that. And if you train your eyes to be stronger at peripheral vision, I would recommend doing it. Because that is a skill that
I'm gonna put it in my notebook too.
Hey, I'm good at it. Right, and I've noticed other people are good at it, and there's definitely a benefit to having a really strong peripheral vision because you could pick up more information more quickly. So it might be worth looking into some like exercises for that, because there's a lot of like things that we miss so far in this VOD as well. Oh, that could be such a big grab! Oh, grab them! Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm not using it.
Yeah, I don't know either. Which kind of comes back to the like, hey, go, use it.
Because I feel like sometimes in the moment that I get it, I don't see an opportunity to use it, and then I kind of forget about it.
Yeah.
Like I need to be more conscious about it.
Yeah, yeah. Especially after they use like, I think that was Sigma Shift. They use lamp. They use all these big things, where it's kind of like, yo, eat that shit.
I mean, I feel like even if I was paying attention, like to their ult, I wouldn't have used it because they have lamp.
No, but it's no. Oh,
I was trying to get the lamp.
I guess.
Yeah.
But that I mean, yeah.
No, I'm not saying that was what I should have done. I'm saying what I would have done.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I think okay, you guys actually lose this, by the way, which should never have happened. So this kind of comes back to like I was like, okay, fine, you didn't use grab, but your team still carried it. But okay, no, you guys lost. So.
No, I was very confused.
Right, and that's because you
now
didn't
I
use
see
your grab.
why.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Unless you're running like solo wiped your entire team. Okay, whatever. Let's go to the next fight. Okay. Hi, Chris. I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Even though there's chance, no, Ross. That gives you 20. So, Sigma does 50% HP of someone. So if you bubble 200 HP target, that's 100 damage. 100 damage is half a bubble. That's 20 charge. It's like a fire strike. It's not good. If you bubble a tank if you were doing it for charge, you bubble a tank or someone with more HP.
Oh, that's good to know. Because I would have always gone for the squishes so they don't die.
Well, no, that's good
but
to do.
I'd rather get charged.
Yeah. He's just saying in the context of like, oh, we're trancing, they're never gonna die. But like, you can go for squishies. Like, let's say your Mercy gets lifted up into the air and you're playing against a good Hondo player. She has no shield. I would bubble the Mercy, right? So
yeah.
There's infinite scenarios, so yeah, it's okay to bubble support. It's okay to bubble anyone, depends on situation. So okay, we talked about bubbles a lot. Maybe I'll do it one more time just to drag it in, to shove this into your head about the bubbles. So now, cool rotation actually. You know, it's unique. You have high ground. Your Hansel dies and ints, whatever. Boom. Okay, so everything's going really well. Why did you bubble? Why did you self bubble and why did you bubble him?
Okay, So, first, I have two reasons that I can give you. First is what I am thinking now, is that I'm seeing him shooting, so there's probably someone, even though there's not anyone. And second is what actually happened in the game, that I didn't really think about it.
Yeah, it's okay. That's how it goes. But the thing is, right? Okay.
It's like I think I was trying to get charged, and that's the first
Right.
person I saw, so I just bubbled them.
Right, but you can use Self Bubble for charge. You're at 0 charge. So using Self Bubble is an easy way to get charged.
Yeah, I use both.
Yeah, you focus more on the friendly bubble. Remember earlier on the truck on attack? You were in a really good position, and then you like turned around to the Rhine, and then you went to bubble him, and didn't use your Self Bubble? That's an issue. Like, it's okay to use your Self Bubble for charge when you need it. Especially when you're 0 charge. Which I didn't even recognize was a pattern until now. So be okay with using it for self. The reason this fails, by the way, is because you first stack your bubbles together, which is bad, because that means you're assuming that they're gonna shoot that guy and shoot you. Well, no, it's more like they have to do 400 damage onto 2 targets within a split second.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. So like stacking them together is not a good idea. Secondly, you're not even looking at the enemy team when you do it, so it comes back to the you have no information. It's just like you're just pressing the button. But if you stare at these guys, right? If you stare at them and you shoot at the Hanzo, there's a high chance that he's gonna shoot you back.
Yeah, and I can use self bubble.
And then you can instantly self bubble, right? So that's what I would recommend. Like, shoot at them all, make them all look at you, self bubble, and then jump down and fall back to your team. Then you'd have a lot of charge. You would have done so. Okay, this is how it all works together, right? Let's layer them all together. First, you have a really nice position. You shoot at the enemy. The enemy goes, "Oh shit, sorry, is that in a good position? I'm gonna shoot at her." Then you have your self bubble, and you don't have self bubble anymore. Right? On the self bubble, and I'm exposed. So now, you want to jump down. You want to fall back to your team. You want to go back around the corner, and you end up here with like 40 or 80 charge. You wait for a couple seconds. I don't know, 6, 7, 8 seconds. Your bubble's about to come off cooldown. Now your team pushes up again. You don't choose your bubbles early for charge. Right? What's happening in general?
Yeah, because I already have charge.
Because you already have charge. Exactly. And then you like now you can like really safely use your bubble to like Ryan's gonna swing on someone, and then I'm gonna walk at them and I'll self bubble and outplay them. And so that is the formula. There is a formula. Sorry, there is something that, like, as long as you follow these rules, you can like. Sorry,
I mean, it was funny.
Yeah. So like it's almost all correct here. Also, just one more time, these are super popular. Okay, so look, you can see this, right? You can see that if you look here, even in game, oh, look at all these enemies here. Like, they're gonna shoot down this corridor, right? So this, what I'm trying to say here is that, like, let's do one where maybe the team isn't there yet. Yeah, the Rhine fire strikes this corner. The whole enemy team's looking at this space. So all of a sudden, we have the corner that we talked about, and then we have this like one LOS. Again, the exact same shape, exact same corner, and it's this like highly focused contested territory. And
yeah,
this one specifically, the reason these are even better is because if you come to my stream for this, right, the reason these are even better, apart from like, remember like the way this looks, it's like tight, but more importantly, what I've noticed about these corners is that this is a corner that you can play around that leads into a big open space, and this is a corner that leads into big open space. And the big open space part doesn't matter. That's just fluff. I'll get rid of that. The point
I
is,
get confused for a second because
yeah.
of the delay of stream. Yeah.
Okay. So
Sorry.
This is a corner mixed with another corner, which means the enemy team will hug their corner and you hug your corner, and that means there's going to be a lot of focus fire. That's kind of like how they're crafted.
Yeah.
So I can tell you
I mean,
right
if
now,
I don't have charge, I can use that to my advantage.
yes,
I
and
can
these
bubble
exist
on that line.
Yes, so Nepal, Sanctum, that first choke, this exists. Hollywood first, right, from the point, this is like this, imagine this is Hollywood first they're defending. This is the point. Here's the high ground. That's the corner. This is like the taxi here. There's two exact same shape. There's Rialto first, which is kind of like this. Not really. There's like these kind of like narrow corridors exist everywhere, and these are like the feels good, man. I'm gonna get a little choke because there's a high likelihood they're gonna like shoot through this zone.
Yeah.
That is where, again, we can get charged. Holy shit, we're going on a flank. Let's go. Ah. No. Unlucky. Your man's gonna get pinned behind you.
Damn. That bubble was bad. I kind of used it like I was scared because I was low health.
I like the flank I did though. If you had Hanzo ult on your team, that would be like a really good like flank.
I mean, he was close.
I don't know why you guys are winning this, but it's definitely not because of I don't think you did anything here to impact it, which is most important because you always want to be the most impactful. So okay, he has his ult now. Hopefully he tells you that he has his ult, and then you can grab cart right now and hit the Hanzo grab. Wait, so how long have you held your grab by the way? For like literally way too like way.
Yeah, I could have charged another. Like I could have gotten another one.
Like you need to be for you personally. You need to be way more way more proactive with these. Like you can't like think about all the things I told you. Like you have to play around cooldowns, line of sights, shields, like all these like overload of things. But you're never gonna like even attempt or have a chance to learn these if you don't grab. Like let's say you could have used 4 grabs and you only use 1. That's 25% learning, right? That's like that's a big fail. Like you're learning so much slower, making it harder on yourself. And again, don't get the combo, which is fine in case he doesn't tell you. But
yeah,
but actually this is not fine.
I tried to communicate, but I feel like
no. You know why this is not okay?
People don't, and I'm also not great at it.
You've spent so much time holding the grab that you know. Or maybe it's okay. I'm not finding this maybe a bad term, but you should be aware that like this Hanzo will get his ult soon, and that you can combo them, right?
Yeah.
To a certain degree, or if that's fair to say. So it's like, I think that then I can expect you to like hold tab, and then be like, okay, is he close? Is he close? Is he close? And then you grab combo, right? So that one. But what were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, I wasn't talking sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea how we won this. We shouldn't have.
Wait, you grabbed her? How did you grab? Oh, you got res.
Yeah, at the last
shit.
second.
Self bubble. Okay. That is so unlucky, because if you're Ryan swinging that, you guys win. Wait, what is your team doing? Okay, well, this was a fucking massive grab. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know what my name is.
But I just want to talk about it one more time. Apart from what your team did, and yes, very fat grab. Look at your movement again, okay? It's going to come back to this. We spent a whole segment on this, but I want to look at it again. Where you are in a good position. You self-bubble. You have self-bubble. You move through. But you end up behind them. What's safer will be the move into them. Then move
them back
out. That's going to be much safer.
I think at that time, I wasn't really thinking about like getting in for like charge, or I think I was just mostly like the Reinhardt is shielding, and I want to deal some damage.
No, I completely understand. And that's fair. I'm just pointing it out again. It's just for like burning it into you, essentially. Oh wow, now you're going fucking fool. Just fucking slapping your dick on the table right now. Okay, so you got lucky that Torb shot you, by the way. Okay. Again, just one more time.
Yeah.
Burning it into your skull. They don't know you're there.
Yeah, I need to shoot. So
He doesn't know. Like, yeah, exactly. You need to shoot at them. You need to make them aware. Yo, I'm here. Which comes back to that being that macho, overextending, looking at them. Then they'll shoot you. You touch because overtime, probably. Mercy's low HP there. Honestly,
Yeah, I was like,
Push
I need
out.
to be there on 3 seconds.
Then you fall back. You got rocked in, but you fall back correctly. Wow. Okay. So I think you're unintentionally doing it, but now we can at least recognize the pattern, right?
Maybe like I had a moment.
Of like, it's fine. I'll show you again, like the complete contrast of this, and even getting rocked into the team and what you can get away with, where it's like, okay, whatever we didn't do correctly, but we go in with no self bubble, which is overextend, right? So you are playing around this corner correctly, then you get rocked in, and then you just fall back and you walk out, and now you have charge, yeah, right? And that, look at this beast, right? Look at the difference. I mean, your team is like tearing them down. But look, the way you played that fight, if you can replicate that consistently, your life's going to be so much easier. Because like, you're not jumping around crazy. You're using the card for cover, so you're not exposed to a lot of things. Like, even if you wanted to like stand still a little bit, like you can stand still. You can stand still. Just shoot at him. Chilling. Whatever. Clean up crew.
Hey, this might sound dumb as shit. But I was being more careful. Because I was scared of the dwarf turret.
No, don't worry. You don't have to be too afraid of that one. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if they hadn't had a quitter on first round, they would have won that.
Yeah, yeah. It was definitely, definitely close. Okay, let's go over the one last thing. But other than that, do you have any questions about?
I don't think I do. I think you explained it pretty well.
Okay.
I think it's mostly a question of like when I play the games, like be conscious about.
Yeah, focus for sure at the beginning. Focus on bubbles. Focus on,
yeah,
like that's gonna be your main starter. Just getting that charge. Where did you kill the Hanzo? Here, I hear steps. Okay. So, you're 0 ammo. You reload. Good. Whatever. Self bubble. Wait a second. No, you played that. Never mind. This was fine. Was there another time you fucked up the ammo? I don't know actually.
And sometimes I just like right click and reload. I think it's like
Yeah, you
my
actually,
muscle memory.
You don't do it that much, by the way. I didn't notice that. Like you, no, I didn't notice that too much. I think you like are using most of your ammo. You're left clicking. Yeah, like for you, I would say stick to left click as much as possible, and then oh sorry chat, and then end with a right click, right? On as low as ammo as possible, you're good to go. That should be in general. Opening with right clicks is quite mechanical.
Yeah, most of the time that I right click, I try to do it like when there's a lot of people together,
Sure.
or when they're too far away for the rain.
Yeah, I think we've been over a lot of good stuff. I think you focus on integrating those things. Don't concern yourself with off angles. Don't concern yourself with too much positioning outside of the like going out of a corner into like heat and then coming back, right? But don't worry too much about like all the high ground stuff. You even did good flanks. You even got a little creative with stuff, and you get away with it. So you can keep doing that, especially when you have a lot of charge and all those things. And
yeah, I feel like a lot of the flanks, if I had charge, they would have worked.
Yeah, for sure. And then that's how you start. Like, see, that's where the learning comes in. That's when they're like, oh, this is my. Oh, I overextended a little, or I fucked up. How could I play this better? Why did it work? Why is it working? I mean, everything is learning. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's yeah, maybe that's a really bad way to phrase it, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, having someone that actually knows how to play tell you definitely helps.
Yeah, and then in the future, right, when you've integrated all these things, then we go about that. So, yeah. Usually I try to do a recap, but my brain is kind of pooped out and we went over a lot of stuff. So.
I mean, look, I can send you a notepad.
No, that's okay. You got it written down and it's recorded and yeah. So yeah, hopefully it helped and yeah.
Oh yeah, if I ever get any questions, I can just come back to the bug.
Yeah, good. Or DM me and yeah, it's good to go. All right. Yeah. Thanks for.
That's very cool.
Yeah, thank you for getting the codes for this. I appreciate
now I'm gonna just watch the stream, what you play.
Yeah, get to play some Tracer or we'll see what we play. But thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, see ya.
See you later. Good luck on the grind. Bye.
Thanks.